Nenu, and Toby. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris! And we are off. JL bar JJ opener. We have the same pieces. So we are officially underway with the dance. Of course, only a metaphorical dance in this game sense. Toby having one burn line. Nenu perfect through 4. It does take the single, so we are tied up at 5. Toby does take another burn. Kind of getting no bars here. And the bar comes, and they both score Tetris. Toby did get a few more points there burning, but they both score another Tetris. What a burns just solved there for Nenu. 74,000 points takes the Tetris here. Toby also takes one, so Toby is the first to pass the 100,000 point mark at 101,000 points. Nenu takes a double to open up the well. Of course, the players are at the same place in the piece sequence here, so the bar came and they both scored the Tetris. And Tetris for them once again. Toby getting a little ahead in the piece sequence by like half a second. And that's about like one piece. The one piece is real. What also is real is Toby's board being in a little bit of a precarious state here. Opens up that right side though. Tetris, beautiful tuck for Nenu and the Tetris as well. 193 for Zafania Nenu. 176 for Toby GH3. My goal one of these days is to meet both of these players. Hopefully be able to hang out with them. That'd be nice. They're both pretty neat. Nice burns there with the squares. One way or another. Beautiful spin setup there for Nenu, and well, able to keep efficiency. Needs a bar now though, or trying to get that square over to the right side probably would have been fatal. So Nenu gets the bar for the Tetris, lowers the stack down 4 Minos. Just need to be careful here now. Beautiful burns. Opens up the right side, knocks down a Tetris, still in the lead by about a Tetris. Just under a Tetris, but head in line slightly. So it is Nenu's lead, but under a Tetris, where it's hard. What isn't hard though is just, watching these players. They're so smooth. You know, anyone and everyone really could learn something from either of these players. I mean, Nenu creating that T-spin overhang, just the way he thinks about placements is second to none. Toby not going for the Vits, but takes the single instead. And gets the Tetris 372, so it worked out, didn't need the Vits after all. And another Tetris here for Toby, 394. Then you at 416, and actually, okay, they both scored Tetris there. But Toby will score, Nenu will score. They're at different parts in the sequence now, so. It's a pretty close game here. 484 for Nenu at 110 lines. Toby scores with this Tetris here. They go to 463, so down about a Tetris still. And a nice triple for Nenu. Has 16 lines left before the level 19 transition. Takes a Tetris here, the past 500,000 points. 514 at 119 lines. And nice Vits for Nenu. Oh boy, though, needs to get something to lower the stack down. There's that a little bit of a spire in the middle. Beautiful L timing. And just needs to get a square over to the left and gets the Tetris to boot. 541 for Zafanya Nenu. And we'll Tetris into the transition at 565. Toby 561 transition. So this is less than 4,000 point game at the 19 transition. These pieces are pretty rough for the transition. Toby gets a beautiful L. They're both clean up now. Only separated by about 5,000 points. Tetris for Nanu. Tetris for Toby. Toby takes the lead. 624 to 604, but Nanu Tetrises to take it back. But Toby Tetrises to take it back. This is some table tennis level action here of just going back and forth at high intensity. Tetris there allows for Toby to kind of cement the lead. Nanu Tetrises, though, still about Tetris behind. But takes the lead back with that Tetris. But Toby takes it back. 707 in level 22. And gets another Tetris here. 691 now for Nenu. We'll take the double into level 23. So is behind by over Tetris. And takes the Tetris there. And it is a head line, so this is a true lead for Toby at the moment, even if it is a slight one. Nenu takes the Tetris. So does Toby. Just under a Tetris worth of true lead here. For the Guitar Hero expert turned Tetris expert. Nenu opens up the column 3. Desperately needs to get something for it though, and that J will be helpful, and the second J will be helpful opening up the stack. It does have some holes in rows 1 and 2 that he definitely wants to take care of getting into this late into the game. And still down by only about a Tetris head lines. Ooh, that J placement is gonna be, yeah, that's gonna be tough for Toby. We'll need another J here. So this burning is exactly what Nenu would need, as Nenu is now in the lead. Yeah, Toby is safe, but did have to sacrifice a little, and that J placement there, that's not gonna make this easy. Oh, and hangs the bar. And Toby's not gonna be able to get anything over to the left side, so that will be it. So Nenu at 847 will get heart number 1. And goes up 1-0. So increment the seed, please. You're okay. I can see it. So we have readies from both players. Let's count down the second game here, folks. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And we are off. I don't know why I always say that. I've noticed. Like, actually, that's like a thing I say after every game starts. And Stanislaw with the resub. Thank you so much, my friend. Hope you and the family have been doing well, of course. Thank you for the 19 months. It is much appreciated. Simul Tetris here for almost at 456. No, it was not, but 68,000. Hope everyone's doing well, either this morning or afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world. And with the bar hang, but gets a couple Tetrises there. 146 for Mr. Nenu, 167 for Toby. Nenu holding out for the J, takes the burns instead, fills it in with the bar. Ooh. Some pieces of a beautiful burn though for Nenu. Trickier situation here. Ooh! I've been an early no, Nenu's just smart. I saw something that I didn't see and probably no one else would see. Good burn here. This is going to allow for Toby to take a lead, but that overhang creation, beautiful to accommodate that J. So let's give a score update here. Toby 231 through 59 lines, Nenu 169 through 60. Yeah, Nenu had to take the burns to lower the stack, but gets the Tetris here to go to 198. Just above 3 Tetris lead here for Toby at halfway through the pre-transition. So yeah, these players both playing some textbook Tetris here. Nenu doing Nenu things. I mean, this man second to none. I fear the day I ever get stuck playing Nenu. If I ever get that good, which I probably won't, but I fear that day. This man has a DAS 1.3. One of, was it 4 people? 5 people now? With NGC. So yeah, crazy. Beautiful burn here to open up the LJ dependency, fills it in with the L, and gets the J to fill it out to flatten the side. And then we're still down about 2 Tetrises here. Yep. Nenu is, once again, probably just one of the best players to ever touch this game. I mean, the Masters victories, the CTL victory recently, I mean, what was it, last year? Very accomplished player, and I'm excited to see, you know, what he's able to do in this tournament. Simul Tetris here, one more Tetris available for Nenu. Toby actually has 3 more. Yeah. And you're just going to burn into the transition here at 450,000. Toby sitting at 528. With 1 more Tetris available. Might have to take the double to burn in though. I don't know. And Nenu has not gotten a bar to use yet. Toby holding out. Oh, and that's going to be it for Toby at 530. No, but Nenu, so you have to chase down 531. 1 more Tetris, and you should be good. I think math works out that way. Yeah. $531, and you are gravy, Nenu. Pulling up for that bar. Of course, the bar comes right after Nenu covers it up, so we'll just do a little bit more burning here. We'll be able to get it though with just taking some singles, and Nenu gets heart number 2 and could close this up. So GG's to both players, and our seed will now be BF4E92. Hearts, not dots. That's not me, unfortunately, but man, I wish that was me. We have the ready from Nenu. I think we have the ready from Toby. Back up. Yep. So let's count down. Game number 3. As GD would say, it's breaking free. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I have to say it for completion. And we are off! I am starving. I'm just a starving little actor. In the big city, which is not true at all. I'm not in a big city. The only thing big here is these players' Tetris ability. And my stomach. Tetris for Toby after filling out the stack a little beautifully. Using that bar there. Might have. I feel like most people wouldn't have seen that. And would have accidentally taken the triple instead. And you. Perfect. Oh, sorry. 2 burns. Does do some burning here. Nenu never ceases to impress me. Toby, though, needs to take advantage of this opportunity. Does have the Tetris well open on the right side. But Nenu pretty much opened all the way already. So 158 for Nenu. Takes the Tetris going to 180. And takes another one to go to 203. Toby at 237. Now 260. So about a 3 Tetris lead here. Tetris here for Nenu. They go the 250 through 64 lines. Toby with the Tetris here, 329 through 64. So, I mean, Toby could, in theory, still 700k transition this. It is very damn unlikely, but he could do it. If near perfect play. And then we're looking for a comfortable, I'd say mid 500k transition here with some very aggressive play. Yes. Yes. Only 8 burns, I do believe, here for Toby. Also high scan, welcome in. Long time no chat, my friend. Now 420,000 points. Hey now, at 80 lines. Takes the Tetris here. They go to the 443. Just continuing to pile it on. Nenu playing very well himself. Just once again, Toby's just kind of on a monster pace. Even I classify it as almost demon level pace. You know, I always say that when I went to net plays. Seldomly do you see a pacer. Of course, the only true pacer in the world are the basketball team. Nah, we're not gonna jinx it. We let it play out, of course. 512 at 97 lines. Very solid game here for Toby. Nenu 441, so down under 100,000 points here. So that's always a good sign. That means it's, you know, still able to be overcame if a little bit of burning is done. Might not be able to get it before transition. I don't know though. We need to do a flat burn with that bar and does just that. Opens up the right side, needs the bar, gets the bar for the Tetris, almost hanging it. And Tetris here for Toby. Wants to try to be as efficient in the transition as possible. But this is not a 700k transition anymore, unfortunately, but can still have a very respectable transition score. Nenu also looking for 2 more Tetrises, so could squeeze out. Could squeeze out. Okay, now it only has 1 more left. So cannot squeeze out the 600k in the 19. So with the Tetris here, we'll be transitioning at 657 and do 584. So still solid lead for Toby as Toby hits 682 at 136 lines. And he takes the Tetris to 610. Back and forth action here. Also, please don't crucify me for making a basketball reference when I don't watch it at Somalian. But what I will make a reference to is the fact that there is a 100,000 point lead on the board for Toby. So Nenu upping the aggression, only taking those burns when forced to. And gets the Tetris 668 and another one, 694. Tetris for Toby that goes to 800,000 points. Good burn there for Toby. Opens up the right side, keeps it clean. And Tetris to go to 833. Nenu takes one here, 780. Toby's like, I will not go out in a sweep. I am going to give it my all this game. And he's doing just that. Just holding out for that bar. Nice S flat. Keeping it to a very small amount of burns. Takes the Tetris go to 873. Toby is clean once again on that right side and gets the bar for it. Might have fared a little better by setting it up differently, but Toby doesn't, you know, can't dwell on it too much. It's 19 speeds. You just play the game. Does have to take some burns here. 916 and level 25. So Nenu is catching up here. Under 2 Tetrises behind in level 25. And Toby in a little bit of a mess here. Tetris for Nenu, only 6,000 points behind. Nenu's aggression levels on 19 allowed him just actually to take the lead here in the 26 at 950. And Tetris there, one more will be the max out for Nenu. So this is a max in the 27. Toby doesn't want to burn, but the game is forcing him to. Oh, he gets the dirty Tetris! What the hell? And a Tetris for him. A41. Nanu though, Tetris A89 into level 28. Oh! Didn't flip. Tetris there for Toby. So there's the 1.1. But Nenu has the higher 1.1. Going. It's not even in kill screen yet. And Nenu setting up for 2. Or setting up for some 29 play. And Nenu at B64 had over 100,000 point deficit at one point in the game and made the comeback and takes the sweep. 3-0. Yeah. That is unfortunate, but you played very well, Toby. Definitely should be proud. Because I am proud of you. Let us switch over to our pre-roll for, I guess, some mid-roll action. As we just get the match reported and set up the next one, which will be Anicomi versus Nolan. Which is the battle of your 7th and 10th seed. I like how out to date the slide is, by the way. Like, we've added like 5 different super streamers in that time. I think since the last update. That's fine. Nolan repping the WPL shirt. Anicomi on the left. So whenever y'all are ready, and if you want same pieces, remember there is a 39 halt. Nolan's like 1 pixel off. Close enough. It's all good. It's all good. It just says you have to have cam. Anicomi saying ready knows SPS, that's fine. Just remember there is a 39 halt. So once you get to level 39, just stop playing. At Nolan. I know he's the roller. The troller. The bowler. I remember when Nolan, like, couldn't roll. Can we go back to those times? Because he could kick my butt then. I don't know what Nolan's 29 start PB is. But we might be getting a sneak peek here of what it's about to be. Oh, I jinxed it. We have the ready from Nolan. We just need to, we'd like the quick ready again from Anicomi. That way we can get it. Yep, there we go. So let's count down game number 1 of our second set of the day between Anicomi and Nolan in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. It's always lovely to see Anicomi back. It's funny seeing Dan V in the background on Sidnev's stream earlier, or on Sidnev's game, despite SV being the opponent. And having Adam behind SV. No, I'm getting into a little bit of a tough start here. Anicomi perfect through 16. Nolan does get its first Tetris there at 28 lines. Does set up the T-spin, executes it beautifully, does have a bar dependency now in column 10. Anicomi only though sitting at, what, 2 burns? And folks, if you're in the US, don't forget about daylight savings time tomorrow. I know I don't want it to happen, but if you have matches scheduled, just remember, if you schedule them in UTC, things are going to be shifting unless you're in Arizona. So just be careful, and just remember. So don't be shocked if there's a bunch of no-shows in the next couple days. Doge saying 2020 calls they want their stacking back. Nolan with the Tetris. Down 168,000 points. Welcome in, Doge. Hope you are doing well this morning. Well, I guess almost afternoon. It's like 11 for you. Ooh, Nolan. Okay. Beats the bill at that left side. Got 3 bars in a row. Kind of bailed there by RNG. I mean, could have done a lot with the 2 bars, but it worked out. And Tetris there for Nolan. Sitting at 157, but Anicomi 342 through 80 lines. Not even like a monstrous pace for Anicomi, but still a very, very good game yet. Yes, Nenu did play the first set, 1-3-0, and will be playing the winner of this match. Yeah, no problem. Anicomi does have to set up a little bit there, and does just that with those S's. 372 at 92 lines. It's an overhang, tucks it in beautifully with those 2 T's, and Tetris. 394 for Anicomi, and Tetris there once again. 417. Oh, but that Z burst. Those Z's. I mean, that's gonna be me after this match, but catching them Z's. Does have the time to burn this down before transition. And getting some really good pieces to do just that. Sitting at 429 through 110 lines. Nolan 343, so under 100,000 point lead now. And Tetris for Nolan, 390. So just about 3 Tetris lead here for Anicomi. And Anicomi just spamming pieces to the left. Has very few burns left. Takes the Tetris. One more Tetris. And will Tetris into the transition here at 505. Nolan already transitioned at 414. So about 100,000 point lead still at 19. Nolan, if he does make it to level 29, does have the advantage there with roll. Of course, there is a lot of contention on the 19 play here for Anicomi. And Tetris for Anicomi, 556. Gets that square all the way over to the left. And Tetris once again, 582. And another one to go 607. Tetris here for Nolan now, 497. Anicomi does have to do some burning and burns it beautifully. Sitting at 609 in level 21. Tetris here for Nolan. Sitting at 555. So about 90,000 point lead. Anicomi does have to do a little bit of burning here. Beautiful flat T-burn. And puts the bar all the way to the left, opened up the right side. And Tetris for Anicomi. Nolan now waiting for the bar. This is not good. But it works out just fine as he's able to score. Tetris going to 618. Nice flat burn with that T there. So I'm trying to tuck it. Just perfect thing to do there for Nolan. Still about 90,000 point lead here for Anicomi. Tetris for Nolan. Anicomi does have a little bit of mess on the board, but you know, it works out. Just get some nice pieces to fill it in. Nolan now playing one row dirty, gets the dirty Tetris. Gets a couple good burns here, and gets another dirty Tetris. Probably wants to consider burning this down as we are getting ever closer to the level 29 transition. Anicomi 34 and level 25 takes the Tetris. So this is, you know, 1.1 territory for Anicomi. Nolan, I'd say just shy of max out pace in the 29. Anicomi does have to do some burning here. This is what Nolan needs to at least take a lead. And Tetris for Nolan, 858 and level 28. Nice, actually very beautiful Vits there. Anicomi one row dirty, just has to take these burns. Nolan with the Tetris. One more Tetris will put Nolan into the lead. And Nolan takes the lead. Anicomi's still just skimming. And Nolan transitions into the 29. At 9:31 gets the Tetris and Nolan takes game 1. GG's. GG's Nolan. I guess we let him cook, at least for the first game here. GG's. Wow, what a hard fought game there though. Until the end for Anicomi. Got stuck burning, but wasn't going to just top out, knowing that, you know, pace wise you are down. Anicomi's always been an underrated player in my humblest of opinion. Not that my opinion matters, but like, people sleep on him. I feel like every time I watch Anicomi I say that. It's like, come on, y'all need to like put some respect on his name. Yeah, that's gonna be it for Nolan. Yeah, GG's though. Shows how strong of a playstyle Roll truly is. 100,000 point lead is hard to come back from. And Nolan did it. All it took was a little bit of burning for Anicomi, and well, obviously the scoring for Nolan. We have GG's and readies in the chat, so let's count them game number 2 without further ado. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris! I have chills from that last game. I get chills from good Tetris. So, how's everyone doing today? I know I've asked that a couple of times, but I just want to make sure everyone's doing well. That's the early stages here. Nolan set up dirty, gets the dirty Tetris. Goes 69,000 points. Anicomi takes one here that goes 73. Neck and neck game through about the same line count. So yeah, just letting the players do their thing right now. 145 to 163 Tetris here for Nolan. I've had the pleasure with meeting Nolan many times. Absolute homie. I've had the pleasure of losing to Nolan in person, while Doodle was behind me roasting me. Oh, a little bit of a misdrop there. Double flipped. but it's gonna work out. Oh. Maybe not. I don't know, this will be fine. Nolan burns these. Sitting at 217 now. Anicomi 197 does have to do some burning up here. A little bit high on the board. Able to get that bar all the way to the left side though. This will be anything and everything that Anicomi needs just to keep this game going. Down by about a Tetris. Just needs to hold out for the bar and gets the bar! $2.29 to $2.48. Anicomi just waiting for a J. Gets the bar instead for the J dependency. Tetris here for both. And Tetris for Nolan, 316, 281 for Anicomi. So just down by under a Tetris. Tetris for Nolan, 339. And a Tetris there for Anicomi goes to 305. And another Tetris will add on, going to 328. Tetris here for both, 370 to 365. Anicomi somehow managed just to take the lead back pretty quickly and pretty decisively. Some nice tuck set up there for Nolan, but Nolan definitely needs just a couple pieces here to help build this down. Gets the Tetris, but still down by 3K. Yeah, this is a neck-and-neck game, still about 3,000 points separating the two players. And a nice tuck. So yeah, these players both, you know, mid 500k transition, mid to high 500k transitions. As Nolan set up for one here, takes the Tetris into transition to go to 579. Anicomi just waiting for the bar. Just have 3 lines that Anicomi can burn. And he'll just take the double in the transition at 539. Holding out for that bar. Has to tuck in though. This is going to be tough. Gets the bar over for the Tetris. And cleaned out that beautifully. Nice S-spin there for Nolan. And Anicomi just kind of in a dig that we saw that similar to what happened in the later stages of the last game, which is when all Nolan needed. And beautiful Tetris there for Nolan, 692 now in level 21. And Anicomi just waiting for that bar. Gets the T, but this is gonna not. That's gonna be over for Anicomi here at 585. So Nolan at 701 will get heart number 2. Shake it off. It's a couple rough pieces adding up there. So Nolan, you are good for game number 2. GG's. Yeah. Even with roll, that would have been pretty tough to get out of. Not impossible with roll, but that was just unfortunate situation. GG's though. Hard fought game. Shake it off. We have readies from both players, so let's count down. Game number 3. Hopefully we can see a little bit more Tetris action than a 3-game set here. Let's count down. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris! And we are off. Nolan already with the Vits on the board, executes it beautifully. It was delayed. The only way to have it. More crimes over here. Oh, misdrop of that S piece. This might be an early top here. If Nolan can't shake this off. Needs to get some good pieces here. Oh, can't get the bar all the way over the column 1. Needs the bar now. Some flat burns, but that's going to be it. 8,300 points. So Anicomi at 13,000 is good for game number 3. And we do not have ourselves a sweep. It happens to the best of us. Shake it off. So Anicomi, you are good. We have readies across the board, so let's count down game number 4 as if that never happened. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Anicomi's gonna have to be careful here. Not anything fatal, just it gets a little bit dicey when you get like that. But I got 2 Tetrises out of it beautifully. Oh, double flip there for Nolan with that bar. Got the nice tuck in though. Oh. Shake it off, Nolan. Nolan playing a little bit high here. This is interesting to watch. Probably be most advisable just to burn this down. But just gonna let's see what he does. This is going to allow for Anicomi to kind of create a 100,000 point lead here. Similar to what we saw in game number 1. Actually, almost mirroring it identically. Anicomi does have to do a little bit of burning here. Slams that down. Slap burn with the bar. And opens up the right side there with that burn. Anicomi 268. Takes the Tetris to go to 290. Nolan sitting at 172. And gets another Tetris here. They go to 201, not 102. Silly. What a silly goose. Ooh, Nolan though hanging the Z piece in 2 and 3. It's gonna be really tough. And Tetris here for Nolan, 253 to 359. Another Tetris for Anicomi, passing the 400,000 point mark at 517. Yeah, hope you are enjoying this matchup, folks. Remember, the winner of this immediately after will face Zapanya Nenu in the quarterfinals to see who moves on to the semifinals. And a Tetris there for Anicomi, 455 at 103 lines. So we get another Tetris here. They go to 478. Still about 100,000 point lead, a little less now. So this is what we saw in game number 1, and Nolan was able to come back on 19. Oh, not going for the line spin there. That was the optimal solve, and I don't know if Anicomi just didn't see it or didn't react in time. But able to burn out of it and gets the bar for the Tetris to go to 512 through 124 lines. So Nolan does have 2 Tetrises left. Does have the possibility of a 500k transition here. Now does not. Did not go for the Vits. And we're on transition here. 543 for Anicomi. Nolan 467. Tetris for Anicomi, the past 600k, going to 621. 497. And Tetris here for Nolan, the past 500k. Yeah, after the first game was very, very solid game there from both of them. And Anicomi just had an early top out game number 2, and I can't say early, but it was early, mid 20s, early to mid 20s. And Nolan early topped, and Anicomi's like, hey, I am still having a fighting chance here. Of course, this is gonna be a tough situation for Anicomi. Hangs the square! And can't get to the J all the way over. Tops out at 684. So Nolan, you need to get 685. But Nolan's board now looking great. Gets a Tetris. Gets another one. Now just needs 15,000 more points. $685, and the set is yours, Nolan. So Nolan just kind of lined it out, which respectable. It's a don't be a hero situation. So Nolan will be moving on to the next round to face Zafania Nenu. So let's get this reported really quick. And we're gonna get that match set up really quick. I forgot to run ads. Oops. I guess we'll run an ad really quick. For those who are subscribed or with Twitch Turbo, thank you so much. Oh, Nolan unable to get the max out on 29 speeds, topping out at 940 on 269 lines. Is Nenu and Nolan going to be confusing to say? Maybe. Nenu asking same piece sets. Yeah, Nolan can't, unfortunately. It's all good. And Doc Pie with the resub for the 1 year. Thank you so much, my friend. Good luck to both players here, and you're just in time for this quarterfinal action between Nenu and Nolan. They're both ready, so let's count it down for game number 1. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. We are off. Nenu, Nolan, game number 1, live on Monthly Tetris. Yes, thank you for the resub, Doc Pie. I always love seeing you around, my friend. And your support for the Classic Tetris community is always appreciated. Of course, next month is Mega Masters if you want to play in the biggest Classic Tetris tournament of the year, outside of course, the World Championships. But, you know, I'll say here, the biggest online tournament in Classic Tetris history. Be sure to qualify. Use exclamation point. Qualify, I think. I'll get you the info. Nolan! Oh, hangs the bar in column 3. That's going to be it. 72,000. So Nenu at 114. We'll get heart number 1. I'm going to refill my water really quick. we have readies from both players, so let's count down. Game number 2. Sorry about that. And 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Sometimes you just need more water. Talking, no matter if it's about Tetris or anything else, it just kind of dries your mouth out, you know? So almost already made it past the last point in the last game. It's always exciting. Nolan's stream kind of froze for a second. I'm gonna give it a quick refresh, but he was a little high up here. Oh, and we lost the stream. Just keep playing Nenu, don't pause. There we go. That's all good. Keep playing. Nenu at 253. 254. Nolan was at 197. And we lost Nolan again. No, just keep playing it out, friends. There we go. Oh. So Nenu 307. Nolan. Yeah, stream froze at 204. So we're just gonna. And we lost stream again. There we go. Okay. And it's back. 275 through 74 lines for Nolan. So Nenu with a sizable lead here. And just keep playing. So about 80,000 point lead still here for Nenu. Yes, I honestly believe so, Pet Lamb. And there goes the stream, but Nenu 80,000 point lead last time we saw. Sitting at 386. Just keep playing. True. So Nenu, just keep playing. I don't know what to say here. Okay, Nolan's back up and it's down, but he was at 403, so yeah, deficit about the same. Just keep playing here. Might need Pumpy's executive call. Okay, maybe we have Nolan back. Well, for the viewer experience, it was probably awful, but I was keeping a tab on it mentally. When the score would pop back up. Trying to give the score update to Nenu. Speaking of giving a score update, Nenu transitions 537, takes the Tetris immediately after. 561, Nolan 500k on level 20. But Pumpy, how am I supposed to blame someone else when I make a bad decision? Nah, it's fine. There's rules for a reason, and just keep it playing. It was already like halfway into the pre-transition play when it started bugging. Please make decisions we can defend for you. I don't think I have to worry much about it. I'm always in the camp of just keep playing and we'll figure it out later if like Nolan's stream just doesn't come back. But it did. Then you're sitting at 612 here in level 21. And gets the Tetris to go to 647. Nolan not far behind, but ahead in lines at 624. Takes the Tetris. Well, it looks like Nolan is in the lead. He is over 10 lines ahead. Nenu needs... Oh no! Nenu needs to be careful. Needs to get the bar. Nothing there. So Nolan at 718 will get his first start. GG's. And we are tied at 1 apiece. So Nolan, you are good. I don't know if his stream is there. Nenu warming up on some of my favorite colors. I think Nolan's stream might have went down. For our, like us on his end. Nenu colors grind win. So Nolan gets the max out. Yeah, it looks like Nolan had to refresh. All good. Nenu's ready, we're just waiting for Nolan really quick. Technology, gotta love it. Unfortunately, internet is something we, couldn't control even if we're playing this online. Yes, you did win, Nolan. Yes. Nenu's saying no, I roll over twice. Nenu just built different. Yeah, I got colors and everything. And mainly tap. Yeah. Yeah. Good old technology. I have readies from both, so let's count down game number 3. Let's count down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Nenu actually just wills the pieces and they listen. We are off though. It's hard to commentate two players you really love because you just want to sit there and watch. But you realize you also have to do a job. Nice T-spin for Nenu and Tetris to keep it perfect through 12 lines. Nolan does have a little bit of burning on the board. Remember, today we have a lot of classic Tetris action. After this, we also will have some monthly Tetris action once again, as we have, I believe, Futures Orange. That'll be happening in a little bit of time after this. In 37 minutes, so we, in theory, could delay the start of that a little. Yeah. To have a smooth handoff, or we could just pass it off. But don't stop there, there's so much classic Tetris, more Tetris than you can handle going on today. I just wanted to make sure we were on time for them, because they pushed back half an hour to accommodate for this. Speaking of accommodating, Nenu accommodating that bar very well to get the Tetris to go to 214. Nolan takes the Tetris solo to go to 217. Who's restreaming that? Is that Mr. Lord? Yeah, okay. Whis. So yeah, about a Tetris lead here for Nolan in the early stages. And Nenu takes the Tetris. Actually, we're tied! But Tetris for Nolan! So Nenu scores the Tetris here. We'll be tied once again at 310. But Nolan takes a double. Nenu just waiting for the bar. Unfortunately, not going to be tied anymore. Nolan did not want a line spin there and have to rely on another bar. Understandable. Tetris here for Nenu. 358. So Nolan's 359. A little bit of a messy board here. Nenu clean, 495 at 105 lines. So Pumpy, just a heads up, I had to like upgrade my Dropbox for it to sync properly. I don't know why. I think there was over the files for the free account. File limit for the free account or size. So if anyone has issues, that's probably why. Yeah, both these players, very strong boards going into level 19 here. Nenu, 610,000 points, has 1 Tetris left. That's a pretty built out board. Takes the double, has one more line that can be burned before the transition hits. And takes the single of the transition. Then you're waiting for the bar. Nolan hangs the bar, 510. Gets the Tetris though. Lowers the stack down, 4 Minos. Nenu, 628. Takes the Tetris, goes 654. Oh! Hang of the T there for Nolan. Should be able to maneuver around this pretty easily. Nolan, just need to be careful here. Nothing too crazy. Nice flat burn. Need to get some things to the right side. Now need a little bit for the left as well. A Z would be helpful. Get the Z over. Just kind of do some flat burns on the top here. Nolan needs to get the bar. Gets the bar over! Oh, I was like all sweaty there from that. Gets the Tetris here. Of course, Nenu though, 836, 200,000 point lead. Nolan's at 626. But Nenu does have a slight advantage, of course, but Nolan can roll. So who knows what will happen? I don't. Tetris there. Nenu 831. Nolan 789. Whenever this match obviously takes the advantage. Nice burns there for Nolan. Is on level 28. Takes the Tetris here. Does have one more Tetris to go. Nenu didn't want to take those burns, but ended up having to. We'll take the Tetris into the transition at B74. And unfortunately, can't get the roll switch in time. And double flips a couple bars, and that'll be at B74. So Nolan needs to chase down B74, B75 before level 39. So over 200,000 point chase down here for Nolan. 5 and below unintentionally, I believe. The L placement, a little unoptimal. Oh no, that's going to be it for Nolan. Unless Nolan can get the square over and doesn't. So, Nenu at 1.174 million. We'll get heart number 2. GG's. we have readies from both players. So let's count down game number 4. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And we are off. Nolan definitely would like to force the decider. A win here would do just that. Nenu unfortunately can't have the clean run in this month after dropping game number 2 against Nolan. Could still finish up, you know, strong, but. So yeah, early stages here, about 2 Tetris lead, just under 2 Tetris lead here for Nolan. Some nice burns here for Nenu, potentially. Yep. Some good burns there for Nolan to keep the board alive and scoreable. So Nenu just kind of waiting to get into a scoring position himself. Gets the bar for the Tetris. It's when you're in that kind of predicament, you just have to hope that Nolan doesn't get a Tetris to counter back immediately. And you can get a couple before he can. About 2 Tetris leads still, keeping it very consistent. 326 to 352, so Nolan immediately counters with the Tetris there. Yeah, this is I don't want to say issues of not doing the same piece sets, but sometimes it just works out that way. But now it's pretty close, although Nenu is ahead by 8 lines. So it's still early though. In Tetris, early leads mean pretty much nothing. Even at the highest levels, sometimes a misdrop can happen. Or a suboptimal placement. Tetris here for Nenu, 487. I mean, both these players have phenomenal paces. Nenu takes the Tetris here the past 500k at 115 lines. Nolan at 563 through the same line count. So about 2 Tetris leads still. Nolan's been consistent with it. Tetris 4, Nenu 556. Nolan gets one here though to go to 609. So 2 Tetrises left for Nolan. Nenu transitions with the next line clear. Take the double into the transition at 583. It takes the Tetris. Oh, my voice just... Oh, that last second Vitz adjustment. Absolutely stunning for Nenu. Gets the Tetris. 633 set up for the T-spin and hits it. So still about 2 Tetris lead for Nolan. Takes the Tetris here though, to open it up a little bit more into level 20. Here for Nolan, 733. Oh no, Nenu, a couple fast pieces. Not the happiest little placement, but it works out just fine. Just needs to get a couple more nice pieces here. Unless Nenu wants to go dirty. Nah, Nenu's just gonna burn this down. Down about 3 Tetrises. Don't want to risk losing any more pace. This game at the highest levels is a balancing act of burning and scoring. Nenu 724. Tetris is 754. This is like the last game, but mirrored. Nolan 905. Nenu 755. So Nolan looking for a mid 25, or I guess maybe mid or into 26 max. 2 more Tetrises. 26 max. Nenu's giving it his all, but Nolan just having an absolute phenomenal game here. Like, you see 869 in the 27, and it's down this much. Like, that's crazy. Just such a good game here for Nolan. But Nolan needs to be careful. High up there, A34, Nenu. The stack isn't really conducive for anything on 29. But Nolan tops out A35. Yeah, this stack isn't really that great for anything on 29. And that's going to be it for Nenu. We have ourselves a decider. Boom. So GG's. Let us know when you are ready. We have the ready from Nolan and the ready from Nenu. So let's count down this decider. We're going to count it down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And we are off from this decider, or for this decider. And, well, slight lead here for Nenu in the early stages. So yeah, pretty neck and neck game here. Players have been dead even for a lot of it. A couple of big gaps opening up in two of the games here, but you know, if each of them did it once, I think that means it's pretty even. Tetris for Nolan to go to 215. Tetris for Nenu to go to 236. Through about 50 lines for both. Oh! Hanging with the J there. It's fine, like, it's not gonna hurt anything, it's just gonna be pretty damn annoying. But Nenu will be Nenu and burns out of that so beautifully. I don't get how this man understands this game like he does, and I wish he could teach me. So we have another Tetris here for Nenu, 413. This is going to open things up a little bit more in his favor, as Nolan doesn't have the best stack right now, so it's going to have to be a little bit of burning. As we see, Nolan 387,000 points, does have a little bit of a tougher left side to get to, and will be able to fill that in. Takes a triple to lower the stack down ever so slightly. And another Tetris there. 505 for Zafania Nanu. So looking for a low 600k transition here potentially. Nolan just staying alive, only behind about 100k. Which I don't even know how that opened up that quickly, but it did. Nenu just stayed efficient, I guess, in scoring. And Tetris here for Nenu will be just shy of the 600k at 599. But immediately gets a Tetris afterwards, so still about 100k lead, but Nolan will take a Tetris to counter that. Gets another one immediately after. Ooh, Nolan getting high there. Probably should have put the bar in column 3 instead, but this will work out. Just has to burn a little bit more. But you're giving Nenu just a little bit extra runway there. As Nenu's able to take a Tetris 684. Still about 50k lead. Actually, somehow, Nolan was able to gain back pace despite the extra few burns. And then Tetris there for Nenu, 716. Oh, nice flat burns. Opens up the bar dependency now. Fills in with a T. Okay. Ooh. Now opens up the bar dependency again, waiting for the bar, holding out. Fills in with a T to create an LJ dependency. Doesn't fill the J in. And gets the Tetris! Works out, but now it's a 120,000 point lead in Nenu's favor. And was behind in lines. 150,000 point lead. It's just from a couple burns there. That's all it takes when you're playing against someone who's so efficient. You literally give Nenu an inch in pace and he'll take a mile. For those who don't know what that means, it's you give a little, you get it takes a lot. A little bit of a misdrop there. This is what Nolan needs. Score some Tetrises while Nenu has to burn. Oh, a couple misdrops there for Nolan. Pretty high up on the board. Gets the bar for the Tetris. Needs to put that to the left. Does not. Just wanted to get that, commit that to the right side of the board. Nenu 948 into level 27. God, 27. Nolan with the dirty Tetris here. 799. Nenu will max out with the next Tetris. And gets the bar for the Tetris for the max out. Nolan on 29 at 822. Oh, a couple misdrops there. Gets the bar over. I think this is going to be it for Nolan, unfortunately, at 824. So Nenu at A61. Setting up for 2. Oh. But we'll take the game, the match, the set, and we'll be moving on to the semifinals. Your first semifinalist of this month's Challengers Circuit. So GG's. Looking forward to seeing what you do in the next round.